And action. What's up, y'all? Today I got another package. This video is not gonna be just about unboxing. It's really a story time, but I'll throw in the unboxing. We got some air fried jerk wings in the Garma air fryer and a beef chimichurri by Healthy Choice. It's about 770 calories. With my morning protein shake, that'll put me at 1,000 calories. So dinner probably gonna be about 500 to 700 calories. But I marinated the chicken overnight in some jerk seasoning and air fried them because I like them crispy. Okay, y'all. Action. The camera cut off. I did an unboxing of the TEMU stuff. So what I received was a keychain Swiss Army knife, a fan for the vehicle. You just put batteries in it, and when you get out the car, you turn it on and your car will be cooler when you get in. A wall magnet that you could connect keys to, or your phone or whatever, as you can see it. Let me close this. A car dent remover. I don't have any dents, but New Orleans drivers will give that to you. Some containers, and this is the other pieces. This is the box for the fan. And then a phone stand holder that you could prop your phone up on if your case don't have the little thing on it. And this is wall art. I don't know what it is. It's too hard to open. Don't feel like fighting. And it's also supposed to be a story time as well. And today the story, well, before the story, how are you today? If your answer is good, that's good. Keep going. And if your answer is bad, look at everything that's making it bad today and work towards getting that taken care of. Because you should enjoy life. Even moments that you feel like you could be doing better, look at everything you've done before now and look at how you are making it to even be here now. And it's easier said than done, but if you make it a habit of doing that, things tend to get easier and you won't shut down as much when you're going through stuff, because that's what we tend to do, and that's why things last as long as they do. And then also look at your surroundings too, because sometimes we have people around us that are bringing us down, but we overlook it because of who they are to us or how long we've known them and different things of that nature. And so, yeah, but okay, today's story time is going to be about a time when I used to go out a lot and I got in connection with this lady who was very generous with food stamps. And when we went on a trip one time to go to the store, it took a left turn. So it starts at this New Orleans club in Houston, and we got cool, followed each other on social media, always showed each other love and things of that nature. And at that time, I used to post what I cooked a lot, which I'm a beast now, but back then I used to cook like frozen stuff and thought I would ate that. Like I really thought I was Emerald Lagasse or something like that. But she seen that and she offered to be generous with her food stamps in my DMs. And I'm like, okay, cool. When you want to go? And so we set up a day to where we were gonna go to the store. And when we agreed, she told me like a large amount that she had, like thousands she had, to be generous with. And you know, I didn't really think any deeper in it because, you know, I'm a person, I mind my business pretty much. And I'm like, okay, so back then I had a Kia Rio, rest in peace to it, 2011 Kia Rio. So limited trunk space, limited backseat space. She told me she wanted to make groceries, and I'm like, well, you have kids, because she had children. She had between the number of 2 to 4 children. I ain't gonna say, you know, I don't want, people might see it and try to assume who it was based off of who I was around at that time. So I'm like, cool. So again, not thinking deep into it, because we're club buddies. We're not friends, and this is more of like a business transaction. So her person really wasn't my concern, even though like I've always been compassionate. So I would care a little, but I would never care enough to be nosy or inquisitive. And so the day comes, I pick her up from Southwest Houston, A-Leaf Houston, but she wanted to go to Katy Walmart. Why? I don't know. Didn't ask no questions. So, well, I remember now. I just remembered. Basically, she was generous with somebody else with the food stamps, and that's where they currently were at that time. So we were to go there, get her card from them, and then she would be generous with me with the food stamps, and at that Walmart. So, but she also purchased some things too, which is it's fine, it's perfectly fine. And I think she still gave me gas money, or she offered. Most likely, knowing younger me, probably told her no. Like, but anyway, so we do that. In between the drive to Katy, that was like 30 minutes, in Walmart, I would say a ballpark about 2 hours. And then boom, another 30 minutes to get back. So me being younger me, and also a gentleman, I always help women, you know, something like a feminist. I helped her bring the groceries to the house. Granted, we get back, her door is wide open. And it's like, for me, I didn't really think nothing of it, so I just started bringing stuff inside. So when she came behind me, she asked me how did I get in her house, and I was like, your door was wide open. So she brushed past me, she runs to the rooms, because I think it was either 2 or 3 bedroom, and I hear her saying names. I'm assuming it's her children. And the next thing you know, she's just screaming, like screaming. Like I've only heard people scream that loud probably 2 or 3 times in my whole life, outside of movies in real life. And so I'm trying to soothe her to figure out what's going on. And then she started saying, my children, my children. And I'm like, your children what? Because again, they weren't supposed to be at home. And then even when I picked her up, I picked her up from in front of her door. I didn't hear any kids or nothing like that. So apparently she left them sleeping. But I mean, I'm not a parent, but I wouldn't even leave a candle unattended if I left the house for any given time. Like the whole time I'll be gone, I'll be thinking that the house is burned down. I have insurance though, so I mean, so yeah. And they were some young kids. They were like probably they were young. They were under the age of 5, both of them. So as that's happening, I look across a field near her house and I see kids and I see police. And I got her attention and I'm like, hey, are those your kids right there? So she ran over there. Apparently the kids got out. One of the neighbors seen them and the neighbor called the police. Thank whoever you believe in, but for me, thank God that the neighbor was a person that's not into children, and the children were safe, because there's literally 1,000 different things that could have happened to them children in between like over 3 hours of us being gone. Especially with Houston, there's highways nearby, people drive crazy, and different things like that. But for me, I was like in shock, because it's like I just wanted the food stamps and the little groceries. Back then you used to always get a tub of Bluebell ice cream and different things like that. And now we got the police involved. They came to questioning. They questioning me. I'm thinking about that unpaid traffic ticket I had at the time, because in Houston they will arrest you. They'll arrest you. Anything you have that's unpaid with the city or the state, you will go to jail. So you will be in jail with people that probably then put their hands on somebody, or that then took somebody's life, and you just have a traffic ticket. So I got out of there expeditiously. The kids were safe. They took them to CPS, and she ended up picking them up the next day. But that was a very, very crazy experience. But guess what? The fact that my life is literally a living movie is hundreds of these kinds of stories. Not with CPS, but just in general, because when I'm around, especially people, when I'm around other people, it's always a WTF situation that happens. And I always look at the invisible fourth wall like they do on The Office and say, you know, I know you lie, like they always say or whatever. So yeah, that was the time that somebody was generous with food stamps, and come to find out, homegirl had left them the babies at home. And I mean, I guess they got more stories about that though. It's a few, man. When I used to go out, and for me, when I was one of the first people to get a card, like for the people that I used to go out with, so I was the taxi and all of that other stuff, and it was a lot of people who started off having children early, that's cool. That's, you know, to each his own. Like Tabitha say, that's not that's their business. I don't know. Let me stop. But so it's people be leaving people at home. That's one thing. My mama, she never went out when we were children. If she did, it was probably when we were at somebody else's house or something. But I don't know. I don't really know that life. But yeah, I'm just looking at the candles flickering over there because I just mentioned candles. But that's it here. So make sure to comment anything you want to comment. You could just put a smiley face, you could just put a heart emoji, you could put anything, and then like, subscribe, share, all of that. But make sure you subscribe, like and subscribe. Those two things matter because that is going to get me out to the YouTube verse so that people know that I'm here. I'm here to stay. Like Shikari said. I'm a winner. Chicken dinner. Them wings was good too.